We've got another incredible survival story. Ruth Woroniecki went for a hike in the San Gabriel Mountains in California on the morning of Christmas Eve. It was a warm, beautiful day, and as an experienced hiker, Ruth never imagined that a patch of ice on a 6,000-foot cliff would lead to a broken neck along with other life-threatening injuries. And what she remembers after falling 200 feet is nothing short of a miracle. Ruth is joining us live to tell us how she cheated death. Ruth, welcome.
Yes. Wow. So
how are you guys doing today? Thank you for having me on.
We're not as blessed and highly favored as you are, apparently, but we're doing well. What were you doing right before your 200-foot fall?
So the days leading up to it, I travel a lot and I work with people that suffer, from homeless to veterans to those that are incarcerated. And so the days before, I was working on Skid Row, giving out Christmas care packages and speaking inside correctional facilities. I know, sometimes that society looks down on different groups and will judge, different people for their situations, especially those that are in prison. But I know in God's eyes that we're all broken and we all fail and we all make mistakes. And Jesus himself said to remember those that are in prison and those that are hungry. And what we do to the least of my brothers, we do to him. And in God's eyes, there is compassion for everyone, everywhere, always. And so that's just very close to my heart and so important to me. And the days right before Christmas Eve, that's what I was doing. And then Christmas Eve was a day off. And so it was a beautiful 70-degree day. And I hit the trail about 6 in the morning, watching the sunrise come up and well prepared. I had all my gear, all my boots, my pack, and was in good communication with my family and set it on the trail. I plan to be back at 11:30, 12, and spend Christmas Eve with my family, have a good meal, watch football, and everything changed in one step.
Yeah, Ruth, I want to point out that this happened this past December. You're still healing, obviously, but you don't remember actually falling. But when do you remember when you regain consciousness? What do you remember from that?
Yeah, it's so crazy. It's like from the time, I zipped away my phone, I was in concentration mode, to coming to, that whole place is just blank. The first thing I remember seeing and hearing is the helicopters in the air. The hikers were with me, and one gentleman had one of those devices that has an emergency signal, so he had called in the helicopters. I remember a lot of blood. There was blood all over my face, blurring my vision, and in the snow, and just searing pain in my head. You can see the scar here. It was the whole gash in the side of my head, and just pain shooting through my neck. And then I remember instantly, just Jesus, help me, be with me, have mercy on me, just talking to him, just heart to heart, and then holding my head like this because it was really serious pain. And that was just before the rescuer came to me.
Oh my gosh. Okay, first of all, I want to address how wonderful a human being you are and how guardian angels absolutely, in my mind, saved you in so many ways. But I did want to ask you this. You hiked another 150 feet with a not neck that hurt, it was a broken neck. To be airlifted by a helicopter in that 150 feet, were you thinking of, what was your number one thought in triage? Was it the neck? Was it Jesus? What was it then?
So yeah, of course, at the time, I didn't realize it was broken. You're kind of hoping for the best. You're hoping for whiplash. You know how it is. And when we deal with injuries, I didn't know that till afterwards. But the pain was serious, and something in your brain tells you, that this is bad. And so when I held it like this, like I said, my thought, my thing was just that God is good. That even in the times we fall, we fail, we're in a terrible situation, that He's there, that He's present with us. And I know when I say God or Jesus, everybody has a different thinking as far as their upbringing or, just different things that shape our thinking about God, whether it's linking him to politics, to religion, to those fat cat kind of preachers, the suit, the tie, have you accepted Christ? And just, it's so distant. That's not at all what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about that at all. But that he was a father. And that he's right there with me in that moment. And so as I was walking and holding my head and dealing with all of this, he gave me just that peace, that comfort, that he was there.
Oh my God.
Ruth, if you're not a public speaker, you need to be.
Absolutely.
You are absolutely courageous. You're such a fantastic human being. Thank you for sharing your incredible story with us. DBL Nation, you can help Ruth continue to raise money for medical expenses and support her charitable work by visiting GoFundMe.com/F/Ruth Woroniecki. We'll be right back. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Wow.